Spring is in the air and I can smell all the new tarot babies being born. All tarot and oracle decks have different vibes and energies, which is a reason why we are drawn to them in different ways. Spring decks tend to have flowers, fairies, herbs, and a feel of new life to them. You may also find that a lot of animal decks start to call you during this time. Hi, my tarot bumblebees. I'm Ethony, your headmistress at the Tarot Readers Academy. Let's dive into my deck selection for spring. All that new energy and rebirthing vibes make these decks perfect for you to work with them in spring and around the Sabbath of Ostara. My first selection for my spring decks is the deck that I'm going to have in my bag, and it is the Centennial Rider-Waite-Smith, I think this one's called the Smith-Waite Tarot Deck Centennial Edition. It's a bit of a tongue twister. I just call it Pixies Tarot. The reason this is my #1 pick, it is my bag pick. It's in a tin, which means it can be knocked around and it's not going to get any damage. And it is the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, but it is smaller. And it has these beautiful pale blue backs with the rose. So that's going into my bag. My second deck is the Gregory Scott Tarot. I saw this in the Llewellyn catalogue last year and I pre-ordered it. It has arrived. And I'm really looking forward to getting to know it. It has some beautiful, light kind of pastel-y vibes, and I felt like it would be perfect to get a brand new deck for me for springtime. My third spring deck is the Wayhome Tarot. I love this deck. I mean, even the box just screams a springy kind of vibe. This is from Bakara Winter. I have done a full unboxing of this, but I decided that this is going to be on my spring working altar. My fourth selection for tarot decks for spring is the Herbal Tarot. Now this is a Rider-Waite-Smith based deck, but it has a different type of herb, spice or resin on each of the cards. Now not only is it a wonderful way to work with tarot, but it's also a wonderful way to learn about herbs, spices and resins. I figured with the ground coming back to life and green coming back into our view, this would be a perfect deck to work with. My fifth selection for spring is the Playful Heart Tarot. Now, you cannot have a spring vibe without something playful and fun, and you are going to see lots of beautiful little bunnies and cute little things in this deck. Now, I absolutely love Kitty Zara, who created this deck, and I think it's a perfect deck for spring. My sixth tarot selection for spring is the Fey Tarot, and this is a deck I adore. It's one that I got when I was 15 years old. You can probably see from the banged up box that this is an older deck. And there is just something that speaks to my inner child and to the inner Fey soul that I have. I adore this deck so much, so this always comes out every spring. My seventh tarot deck is another fairy deck, and this is the Faerie Tarot. Now, I adore this deck as well because it is all Fey related. And I just immediately think of when we go into the time of spring that the fairies are coming back out to play. Not that there aren't winter fairies, there are plenty of winter fairies, but there is just something about spring that makes me think of Fae. My eighth tarot deck for spring is the Tarot of the Divine. This is a pretty new deck for me too, so I really wanted to spend some time with it. Now I know it has a bit of a darker palette, but again, brand new deck, brand new season, I want to get to know this one a lot better. So now I want to show you the oracle decks that I've picked for spring and that I'm going to be working with this season. The first one is the Flowers Speak Oracle, and I got this, I remember when I purchased this deck. It was 2007 and I was in Toronto. I was visiting my sister who lived there at the time, and she took me to a bookshop, and I went home with basically a full suitcase full of decks, books, and all sorts of things, because we couldn't get those sorts of things in Australia yet, and this was one of them that I bought. It's another deck that has a lot of Fey and a lot of nature references, so it's perfect for spring. The second oracle deck I'm choosing for spring is the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. Now this is a brand new deck for me. I just opened it. So I wanted to bring this as a part of my spring work so that I can get to know this oracle deck more. And my third and final is actually 3 decks in one. It is the entire series from Maia. So it's the Herbiary, the Bestiary, and the Crystallary. I don't even know how to say that word. I'm pretty sure it's a made up word. Is it a made up word? I don't know if it's a made up word. But anyway, what I did was I put all of those decks in one mega deck. And I'm probably going to get the box sets of each one of them when they come out too. But I've just popped all 3 of these in one big mega deck so I can use them all. Look at those bags. So that's going to be my last selection for my oracle decks. If you don't know what Ostara actually is and want to know how to celebrate it, make sure you check out this video where I go through everything you need to know about celebrating the witch's holiday. Spring! It's a perfect time to crack open a new tarot deck. Get what I did there, like eggs cracking.